You know, this is the 10-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, and many people remember that terrible couple of days that when the storm was coming through here and the aftermath. Well, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stories that you don't know, and one of them comes from Chad Riemann Family Funeral Homes here on the Gulf Coast. Chad, how are you?
Thank you. Good, doing well, Jim. How are you?
Tell us, I mean, we were sitting here talking before we started recording, and an amazing story. Y'all were like the first ones that Monday night to hit the roads.
Yes, we had a team situated at several different locations. Many of our team did not evacuate. We stayed here to help, and so yes, at the conclusion of the storm, we were notified by officials that we were needed immediately, and at that point it was in the 8 to 9 o'clock range on Monday night, and we were some of the first people to make it to the point in Biloxi, and that's where the recovery efforts began, and went pretty much the rest of the night.
Now, of course, you said you ended up a lot of times heading back with flat tires on your vehicles. You get a call from the coroner saying, need you here, need you here, need you here. Y'all were all over the place.
We were, and things were so much different. We were in a mode of recovery, which meant that pretty much anything we could do, we did in order to help. And we had a lot of people helping that were not necessarily in a position to do that, but agreed to do it because of the need, emergency need.
You know, that's one of the wonderful things about Riemann Family Funeral Homes is the fact that you so much, I mean, the name says it all. I mean, you have family's peace of mind in your mind, and that's what's big for y'all.
My wife went into labor during the storm.
Wow.
And I was unfortunately unable to go that night in the recovery effort because I was taking care of her. But my father was the first there to the point along with our team, and we have never evacuated for a storm, whether that's a good thing or not. But we've felt like that service to the community is something that we have to give, and we're here to do that.
And you've been serving the community for how long now?
My great-grandparents came to Gulfport in 1920. So
wow.
My brother and I represent the 4th generation, and we are privileged to be in the position we're in to serve
almost
our community.
100 years.
Yeah, closing in on it.
Yes, that's wonderful. Now we are actually at your newest location today. We're in Ocean Springs, right off of Lemoyne. And the services that y'all provide, you have more and more people that, you know, when they come in and talk to you, they're looking at cremation, one of the big things. But the biggest thing is that, you know, when we work with people, you're wanting to bring them peace of mind.
Peace of mind is everything. When my great-grandparents started, their logo had an R in the middle of it, and above it said service. To the left of it said satisfaction, and to the right of it said quality. And today we still operate by these principles, and a lot of good advice from them, and we are different. A lot of times when you see a funeral home, you may think that they're all the same. And location is important when a family chooses a funeral home, but that might not be necessarily the most important factor when you choose a funeral home, because what you're actually asking them to do is to serve you and to help you through the most difficult time in their life. And so by choosing the right person to do that, it can make all the difference in whether that experience is meaningful or not.
Now, one of the things too that you impress upon people when you're working with them in taking care of the final needs of their loved ones is you want to help them celebrate this person's life. You know, it's a celebration of their life, and you want to try to make it a memorable moment.
That's correct. Life is a gift, and honoring that life is important. It's important to the community, it's important to the family, and so we try really hard to help a family create a very meaningful experience, and you only have one opportunity to do that.
Now, one of the things that's seeming to become more and more popular as far as a choice for final arrangements is cremation. And you're seeing that a lot nowadays.
This is true. Cremation is now something that a lot of families are choosing. There's not really a right way or a wrong way to celebrate one's life. So whatever is going to be meaningful to the family is what we try to help them through. With cremation, you have a lot of choices. And one of the most important choices that can be made when a family selects cremation is to select a funeral home that has their own crematory. And why is this important? Because we have total control from the time we're first called until the time the services are complete of that person's loved one. Whereas if the funeral home may not own their own crematory, that process has to be subcontracted to someone else.
Right. And of course, arranging ahead of time, making pre-arrangements. And I say this because I actually worked for a funeral home many, many years ago in Nashville, so I know the importance of making those pre-arrangements. It's a lot easier on the family as well.
When services are pre-planned, your wishes are known by the family, by the funeral home, and so a lot of the critical decisions that can be very difficult for a family to make are already made, and that relieves that stress and burden that they're already feeling. So yes, pre-planning is a tool that we offer to every family. We plan every part of our lives, including for college and weddings and, and houses and all of these things, and so this is just as important decision to make as any of those other things we plan for on a daily basis.
Plan it the way that you want it, the way that you want to be remembered.
And there's some benefits to doing it other than the obvious, but statutes in Mississippi protect your wishes when they're done a certain way. And so a lot of family dynamics can be eliminated when those are an issue by pre-planning.
No fighting amongst family members. Well, I want to do it this way. I want to do it this way. Sorry, but Dad wanted to do it this way.
This is true.
The facilities that they have are absolutely beautiful here, not only here at the Ocean Springs location, but also at other locations here along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. If you want some more information about this, give them a call, including, we've got about 30 seconds left, veterans. I know you take really good care of them.
We have a program called Veterans Funeral Care, and we would be happy to discuss that further. We have the Biloxi National Cemetery locally, which is a tremendous benefit for those who served our country. And in addition to that, we have on our website a tool called a caregiver guide that will answer a lot of questions that you might have from everything from funerals to obituaries to burial and cremation and veterans benefits.
Chad, thank you very much.